Welcome to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews, and convention panels. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hey guys, Jim here again, and back with RPG A Day 2024 Day 1, but I'm going to be doing the alternate table that I was telling you guys about. That's going to involve random table involving runes. And I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek here of the runes that I'm picking. It's actually an old table I used for Scion, and I'm going to make a D&D version as well for you there. If the copy paste on Podbean isn't that pretty, I'll go ahead and on Patreon for everybody, I'll put a PDF of it tonight as well, so that way you can get a copy of both. But just to give you a sneak peek on my Urban Fantasy Scion RPG table, we have the rune Fehu, which means wealth, which is a financial heist. A group of thieves target a bank rumored to store ancient gold blessed by Freyr. The heist attracts the attention of the Scions. Then we have Uruz, the rune of strength. A raging beast, a wild, powerful aurochs has been sighted rampaging through the city, possibly the result of a divine curse or enchantment. And then we have Thurisaz, the rune of danger. A troll gang. A gang of trolls is causing trouble in the underground nightclub. They are looking for something valuable, and the club owner needs help and will be contacting our Scions. Then we have the rune of Ansuz, prosperity, which is a cryptic message. A mysterious message appears on the Scion's phone containing ancient runes and a riddle that leads to a hidden location. Then we have radio, the rune for journey. A lost tourists. A group of tourists are hopelessly lost in the city, and their guide has disappeared. They claim to have seen visions of a ghostly carriage. And of course, that could be Scion-style tourists, or it could be just mundane tourists that are seeing something they shouldn't. Then Kanaz, which is urban fire. A fire breaks out in an abandoned warehouse. Within, the Scions discover a fire elemental seeking revenge for being imprisoned. It also would totally work for fire giants as well, because, sometimes you totally have to go through using just the Scion stuff. Then we have the rune of Gibo, which is generosity. Corporate merger. Two rival corporations are merging, and both CEOs are under the influence of powerful artifacts or titans. The Scions are hired to investigate. Then we have the rune of Wunjo, a street festival. A street festival is interrupted by supernatural occurrences, including spontaneous blessings and omens by the gods that need interpretation and discovery. Then we have the rune of Hagalaz, destruction. Hailstorm. A sudden and unseasonable hailstorm strikes the city, causing chaos. Is it the work of a disgruntled frost giant, or just an evil omen? I mean, plenty of evil omens. Just saying. It's when the Rune of Destruction comes up. Then we have now thieves, the Rune of Desire. Desperate residents of the city block, are being terrorized by a gang that has acquired a divine artifact. They plead for the Scions' intervention. Then the Rune Isa, Deception. Frozen Park. A local park is suddenly encased in ice. An ice spirit or giant claims it as its domain and will only leave if its demands are met. Then we have the Rune of Jira, which is reward. Urban harvest. Community gardens are flourishing and unusually well. A nature spirit or divine god is responsible, but it now demands recognition and offerings. Any good titans of tarot would be great for that. Just saying. Then we have the Rune of Iwaz, which is stability. A mystical tree. A tree in the city center starts glowing with mystical energy. It is a gateway to another realm and is guarded by spirits or beasts who test those who wish to prove worthy of using its gifts. Which totally ties into both the Greek and the Norse pantheons, which is why I like that one. Then we have Perthro, which is destiny. Underground casino. An underground casino run by a rogue deity or titan of rapture offers high-stake games with divine artifacts as prizes. Winning comes with unexpected consequences. You could totally use the fates for something along those lines. And then we have the Rune of Algiz. Sacred site. A construction project threatens a hidden sacred grove in the city. Supernatural or spirits of the grove seek the Scions' protection, or at least they unleash their own powers to protect themselves. And that's the Rune of Protection, by the way. And I'll also be posting a picture of the runes too, so you can see them, as well as I think I might throw my old directions on how players can make their own rune stones, because I've got a very, very old set of runes that I've had for many, many, many years for actually stone casting, and I sometimes use them as random dice, just pulling out a rune, seeing what rune comes up, and using that as inspiration for the game. So next, we're almost done here, is Sowillo, the Rune of Success. A solar flare. A solar flare causes a citywide blackout and strange magical phenomena. Scions must determine if this is a natural event or divine intervention. And I could totally see Scions of any of the sun gods, cashing in on that one. Then Tiwaz, the Rune of Justice, often associated with Tyr because it looks like a capital T. Martial arts tournament. A secret martial arts tournament is being held in honor of Tyr, and competitors are welcome to join to prove their worth. And of course, since Tyr is involved, it would also do justice or honesty, which would always be a good one. Then we have the Rune of Burkano, which looks like a capital B. Healing Glade. An urban oasis appears overnight, offering healing to those who respect its nature. However, it demands proper offerings to remain active. Then we have the Rune Iwas, which is trust. Runaway horses. A stampede of mystical horses runs through the city streets, led by a divine steed that the Scions may tame. And of course, the nice one is you could have a unicorn, you could have a Pegasus, you could have just a flat-out magic horse. Any options to give your players mounts. Something similar is on the D&D table as well. Then we have the rune Manaz, which looks like an M with an infinity symbol in the middle. Academic expedition. A group of scholars from a local university seek protection while investigating a newly discovered Norse artifact in the city. Which that was basically set for a really fun, multicultural, how did these new Norse relics get to the city the group's at? Let's find out. Then we have Laguz, the rune of chaos. River spirit. A river spirit or beast living in the city's waterways offers a boon to those who can solve her riddles. Failure to do so may incur her wrath. And of course, if you remember the sirens and the water nymphs that we used when we went from, the little river cruise down through Europe, that was inspired by that one. Then we have the rune of Igwaz. That's for potential. Disturbing tone. Construction workers disturb an ancient burial site, releasing restless spirits and undead. They seek to reclaim their rest and enact revenge. With Scion, with the underworld broken and spirits everywhere, that was just going to be a fun little one for local spirits of some kind, depending on where the group's currently stationed at. Then we have the rune of Dagaz, which is hope. Prophetic event. During a dawn ceremony at a local temple, a prophetic vision occurs, foretelling a significant event or danger that the Scions must address. And then we have the last rune, which is Othala, which is heritage. Family heirloom. An old family heirloom is discovered in a pawn shop, tied to a powerful and ancient lineage. Its discovery attracts divine attention and potential threats. I thought that would just be a good one because it could be either related to the god that my group's members of or related to their human heritage in some regard. So I hope the chart here will give you some inspiration. I will totally be writing up a D&D version as well, so you can use that for fantasies. And let me know what you guys think. If there's something you'd like me to add to it, or maybe some more runes, because that was just the basic 24 runes. I could always add more from the Elder Fethark. Just let me know. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play-In Podcast Network. If you enjoyed our show, please check out D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Ragnarok Enroll a Scion Hero to Ragnarok Story. Also, check out our Patreon page for more content and behind-the-scenes things, as well as joining us for a one-shot game or two.